It's a new year in the Salesforce ecosystem, filled with renewed anticipation and optimism. But whilst many of us traditionally usher in the new year on an optimistic note, many may have been left disappointed following last year's slow growth, layoffs, and generally uncertain future. However, we hope that this year will be different. Macroeconomic growth is improving, interest rates are down, and Salesforce have a robust plan for the future in Agentforce. So with this in mind, let's explore a few of my predictions for the Salesforce ecosystem this year. Due to Salesforce's focus on profitability and efficiency, they are sitting on around 10 billion in cash stockpiles. Salesforce has grown into the behemoth it is today through M&A. Some of their most successful product lines have come through acquisitions, such as MuleSoft, Service Cloud, Tableau, and Marketing Cloud. Even though their core M&A committee was disbanded in 2023, Salesforce still managed to acquire PredictSpring, 10x, Own Company, and ZoomIn. But with this cash stockpile, I foresee Salesforce going back to its glory days and going on a hefty shopping spree. We are just at the beginning of the agentic revolution, and one of the fastest ways to innovate is to acquire. Otherwise, Salesforce may look at companies like Own Company, which perfectly complement Salesforce's existing customer base and can be turbocharged with Salesforce's army of account executives. What Salesforce has done over the past few months with Agentforce is nothing short of remarkable. Mark Benioff's legendary vision, leadership, and marketing prowess are back for the world to see. But let's not kid ourselves. Agentforce isn't a silver bullet that is going to bring back the 25% growth of the good old days or the crazy job market in 2022, at least not straight away. Historically, brand new implementation-heavy products like Agentforce aren't likely to match the rapid adoption that ChatGPT enjoyed in November 2022. Although Salesforce secured over 1,000 deals by mid-December, Agentforce is usage-based. Customers must have it fully operational to realize its value, and unless it's been prepaid, Salesforce can't bill until that happens. However, Agentforce is already bringing a huge amount of attention to Salesforce. Their marketing strategy to give away free AI certifications and premium training is bringing the conversation back to Salesforce. Mark Benioff has also been on a podcast spree, including ours, which you can check out in the description, to talk about the agentic future he sees. Salesforce was one of the first movers when it came to its agent strategy, and I believe 2025 will lay the groundwork for the years ahead. Speaking of AI, are you ready to kickstart your AI initiative? The first step is always making sure your data is clean. Bad data can derail your AI project before it even begins, turning your investment into a costly mistake. Traction Complete is your solution to clean, connect, and optimize your Salesforce data, ensuring it's ready for AI and delivering real business value. Don't let messy data hold you back. Click the link or scan the QR code to see how you can get started on cleaning your Salesforce org today. The past couple of years have been tough for Salesforce, and growth has declined from a consistent 25% over the past 24 odd years to just under 10% over the past few quarters. Generally, most agree that this kind of growth is still impressive for a company of Salesforce's size, but I doubt Mark Benioff is satisfied with this. All of Salesforce's products have been affected by this stunted growth. Sales, Service, Slack, Tableau, and more. MuleSoft even saw their quarterly growth go from 26% to 1% over the course of 7 quarters. All of Salesforce's products are relevant and have been mostly affected by the macroeconomic environment rather than a loss of relevancy or market share to competitors. This is why I predict that Salesforce will see a resurgence in growth across the board. Companies will go back to investing in their core tech, and whilst AI will no doubt play a role throughout 2025, so will the fundamental products that most companies still require. Most jobs in the technology sector over the past couple of years have been at risk. No matter your niche or specialization, companies have been struggling, which has resulted in nearly 500,000 layoffs across the past 2 years. This has resulted in the great Salesforce job market reset, as covered by my colleague Sasha. which you can watch in the description. Whilst many will still hope that 2025 will bring the glory days back to the technology world, I doubt it will happen. It was only 2 years ago that companies started laying off huge chunks of their workforce, citing that they hired too many people during the pandemic. I doubt the pain of this has worn off, and I doubt they'll be making the same mistake twice. In addition, companies have gotten used to operating in a leaner fashion. All the huge technology giants that laid off thousands of their employees are still growing and are now more profitable than ever, Salesforce being a case in point. Artificial intelligence, agents, and offshoring may also affect the Salesforce job market's ability to see meaningful growth again. There are definitely a lot of factors to consider. Touching upon M&A again for our last prediction, Salesforce has always been one of the most exciting technology ecosystems, leaving companies scrambling to get a piece of the mothership's growth. This has resulted in hundreds of M&A deals within the Salesforce ecosystem, with Salesforce, private equity firms, global systems integrators, and ISVs buying up a mixture of ISVs and consultancies. The market has been fairly subdued over the past couple of years as companies focused on weathering the economic storm. But with the renewed focus on AI, agents, and hopefully more growth, I predict we'll see a lot more M&A activity in the Salesforce ecosystem. As we dug deeper into our M&A trends post, the market goes through various cycles. With Salesforce, we went through one cycle a few years ago with huge acquisitions and mergers such as Aptus, Conga, Satinia, and Bluewolf, among others. But with interest rates lowering, growth on the horizon, and more attention shining on the Salesforce ecosystem, this could be another bumper year. 2025 promises to be an eventful year for Salesforce. It will be interesting how Agentforce performs in the long run, and if we will see Salesforce complete another billion-dollar acquisition as we saw in 2024. What are your Salesforce 2025 predictions? Make sure to leave them in the comments below to let us know.